in the early stages. Emily Gray is prominent with M-Con towards the outside, dressed to the nines close, and on the inside is Perfect Promise. Urana comes next, and they're followed by Give Her Back. As they race away from the first, little to choose between Emily Gray, dressed to the nines, Perfect Promise on the rail. The three are closely attended by M-Con. After M-Con, there's 2 lengths to Urana, with Give Her Back the back marker of the 6 as they round the turn and face up now towards the second fence. And Emily Gray in the centre, rising just ahead of Perfect Promise and dressed to the nines. M-Con is next ahead of Urana, and then Give Her Back as they come now towards the third, taking them towards the stands. And rising in front, Emily Gray and Jonathan Burke land in front of Perfect Promise. Davy Russell on the inside of Dressed to the Nines and Barry Geraghty. Urana Ruby Walsh next. M-Con Kevin Sexton. Give Her Back Pierce Gallagher. Over number 4, making the way up now to pass in front of the stands. A complete circuit of the track ahead of them in the John and Chich Fowler Memorial European Breeders' Fond Mares Chase. And Emily Gray is the leader from Perfect Promise. Dressed to the Nines is third, and M-Con 4, followed by Urana and Give Her Back. Turning now to race away from the stands, facing the 3 fences up the side of the track. And it's Emily Gray and Perfect Promise just ahead of Dressed to the Nines. M-Con is 4th and Urana is next, and they're followed by Give Her Back. Fence away from the stands. Emily Gray and Perfect Promise over in front of M-Con on the outside of Dressed to the Nines, Urana on the inner, and they're followed by Give Her Back as they go now to the ditch. Little to choose between Emily Gray on the inside of Perfect Promise, with M-Con and Dressed to the Nines close up. Not much between this quartet. They've gone on from Urana and Give Her Back. Going now to the fence away from the stands, number 7. Perfect Promise, Emily Gray, Dressed to the Nines, and on the outside is M-Con. Going now to jump this one. Little to choose between Emily Gray, Perfect Promise, and Dressed to the Nines. M-Con is 4th. 5 lengths then to Urana, who's followed by Give Her Back as they race now to the fence right up at the top of the hill, which will be Ballyhack. And Perfect Promise and Davy Russell just lead. Emily Gray on the inside by half a length. Half a length back in third, Dressed to the Nines on the outside. These 3 followed by M-Con. Urana is getting closer now to the leading quartet, going away from Give Her Back. Down the hill they come now to the 2 fences right over on the far side. 8 in all left to jump. And in a line going to this one. Emily Gray on the inside of Perfect Promise. Dressed to the Nines and M-Con as they come away from it now and go towards the next on the far side. Almost in line, 4 of them. Emily Gray and Perfect Promise rising together. Dressed to the Nines and M-Con, a couple of lengths to Urana, and they're clear of Give Her Back. So they're racing past the 7 furlong point, swinging across now with 6 to jump. And M-Con moves on the outside of Dressed to the Nines with Perfect Promise. They're being followed by Emily Gray and Urana. They're on the run now towards this fence. And Perfect Promise joined by Dressed to the Nines and M-Con. Emily Gray and now Urana is joining in as they begin the run now with 5 left to jump. Dressed to the Nines in the centre. On the outside is M-Con. On the inner is Perfect Promise. Emily Gray is a close 4th, and just behind them is Urana. On they come now towards the next. And Dressed to the Nines, Perfect Promise and M-Con, followed by Emily Gray. Urana is 5th, and Give Her Back is out of touch. They're on the run to the fence before they turn in with 4 left to jump, and little to choose between M-Con, Dressed to the Nines, and Perfect Promise. They're still closely followed by Emily Gray, with Urana the Grey just behind them as they race now for the fence before the turn in. 4 from home. Rising, Dressed to the Nines, Perfect Promise, and M-Con. Emily Gray is 4th, and Urana is 5th. They're beginning the run for the home turn with 3 to jump when they swing in. Dressed to the Nines and M-Con, Perfect Promise. 2 lengths to Emily Gray, ridden along to try and close towards the stand side, and Urana just in behind. Dressed to the Nines and M-Con lead. Emily Gray on the outside coming back at them. Urana, a slight mistake, and now Emily Gray has quickly gone past them, coming down to the second last. Emily Gray from Perfect Promise. M-Con is next. On the run now to the final fence. fence, and it's Emily Gray with Jorana making ground on the outside now to chase the leader down to the final fence in the John and Chich Fowler Memorial. It's Emily Gray and Jonathan Burke from Jorana. Ruby Walsh in second. Over the last, Emily Gray gets away from it. Jorana trying hard in second, but up to the finish, it is Emily Gray who's going to score for Jonathan Burke, a second English winner of the afternoon, trained by Kim Bailey, beats Jorana. Third home is Perfect Promise, dressed to the nines in M-Con, and they're clear of Give Her Back.